So I'm just going to make a conclusion. You got Mrs. Trunchbull, right? Matilda. I had Matilda parents. A bunch of dumb douchebag motherfuckers sending me to school to them dumb douchebag motherfuckers. Only Maggie Webster was the only decent teacher I had. They didn't give a shit. I'm making straight A's. You would think they would care about their straight A smart student and who I think is a good teacher and who's not a good teacher. They're oppressor molesters. They're terrorist piles of shit. They always were on the sides of the dumbass teachers. And they didn't encourage good teachers. They didn't encourage me. Whole bunch of shit, right? A million crimes as a child. I don't even think I'm exaggerating. I mean, I probably, maybe 5,000 or something. But I could go back and think of each one of them if they really, really want it. And I may have to. Because this shit's for the birds. They're such ugly fucking people. It's not even fucking funny. They're such ugly motherfucking people. Last thing, I guess, is just the straw that broke the camel's back. I'm going through all this shit. It sucks to go to court. And it sucks to have to go through all this shit. It sucks having people shoot at you. It sucks being terrorized. Not doing anything. But that's the thing. When I was getting beat up by the parents, I didn't beat them up. If I would have knocked their asses down, then they would have been like, oh shit. Or maybe they would have hurt me even worse. Who knows? But they never would have learned. And they never would have stopped. So it's not even about them learning. It's about them fucking stopping. No, you're not going to hurt me and my kids no more, motherfucker. So if my daughter is going through shit, Nazis, if my daughter is Anne Frank, and I could save Anne Frank by bringing her home, by sitting next to Anne Frank, by being a witness, I would do that. Now, if I'm busy, okay, I'm busy. I got all this stuff to do. I can't just sit next to you, but I'm worried. You're out there somewhere, surviving. I'm worried. So, okay, Anne Frank asked me, okay, can you learn 10 words? I have to read all the laws of Colorado. I'm reading all the laws of Colorado. And all I want you to do is learn 10 little words, objections, so that way you're helping to facilitate an intelligent young man. Or old man, middle-aged man. Hell, old man. I'll go with old man. But you want me to be smart and intelligent, right? You want me to go in there and to have the knowledge and to be confident with the knowledge and for me to kick ass and take names, right? No, she don't want her kids to be lawyers. She don't want her kids to be doctors. She's a dumb fat piece of shit. She likes to suck asshole. And then that's all she needs. Ignorance is bliss. Let's beat up kids and Hitler is great. Don't you Jew her over. Don't you Jew her. Hey, America, don't you Jew her over. Alice was going to be friends with her. I said Anne Frank is good. Nazis are bad. You would think Alice would give a shit. So, okay, I'm going through, fucking Nazis are fucking with me. I'm getting shot at, having to go to court. You're not sitting next to me. Feel like I'm drowning here. Can you just learn 10 words so we could have a mental connection? Can we have an emotional connection, a mental connection? This is so important to me. It's so fucking important to me. Are you a dedicated dumbass? Are you a dedicated, ignorant, dumb motherfucking pile of shit? 10 little words. Why can't you learn 10 little fucking words? Are you stupid? Do you not know how to memorize 10 little words? It would take it 5 minutes just to try. Maybe 10 minutes. And then once she learned something, then she would know the parts of the brain forever. Then she couldn't hit a kid's head. Why would you hit a kid's head over and over again? Kathy hit me. She made me apologize to Kathy. So everybody gets to attack me? And why did she do that? She didn't care about what happened. She didn't ask about the evidence. She didn't care about the truth. And she didn't care about justice. But then when she's sitting there ordering us around like we're a bunch of dogs, we're supposed to respect that fat, ugly piece of shit? You want my respect, then you show respect. You want shittiness, I'll give you shittiness. You put shitty on me, I'll give you shitty right back. You want good? Give me good, I give you good. I love logic. The golden rule makes sense. You treat others the way you want to be treated. If I was terrorizing her for 41 fucking years, you think somebody would have gave a shit? I guarantee you somebody would have gave a shit. I bet these people make up shit right now. You is this and that. What? Tell me, as a child I was very obedient, dutiful, I love these people. I admired the shit out of them, and they just threw it away. Who gives a shit what you think about us? We get to manipulate the fuck out of you until the live long day. Well, at the end of this, if I do 17 years of fucking tobacco work, and I do all that shit for free, eventually you're going to learn 10 little words, so we have a couple words in common. If you're using a word, and I'm using a word, and we're not using the same definition, we're not having a conversation. Education is a lifelong process. If you can't even get 10 words into your head, so you could be a good mother and make a good mental, emotional connection with your children, how fucking lazy and mean are you? How much do you hate your children? You couldn't learn 10 little fucking words? I made a big deal about it. I went on and on about it. I'm still going to go on and on about it because that just shows me everything I need to know. She's lazy, she's stupid, and she hates me so fucking much. You couldn't learn the parts of the brain, could you? You couldn't learn any of the Colorado laws because you're a Confederate white supremacist fat ugly bitch. So these white bitches get to go around here. They're racist, they're ugly, they're child abusers, and we all fucking accept this shit? That's terrible. That's ugly. That is not the America I want. I want the America where the women are reading the Constitution. And they love this country. And they love our Bill of Rights. And they love our preamble. You don't have any virtues? Read the preamble. The preamble is chock full of virtues. Justice, peace, domestic tranquility, freedom. But what the 10 words taught me was that all of her words, 10,000, 20,000 words, are used against me, to bludgeon me, to lord over me, to manipulate me. All her words are fucking evil. Every single fucking word out of that pile of shit's fucking mouth is fucking evil. So fucking evil. She thinks she could just lie. Oh, I was a good mother. Just say the opposite. And then there it is. Well, she said the opposite, so she contradicts you. And then that's it. No, you is shit. And you're still shit. She don't have good thoughts, and her advice was for me to go get raped by 5 cops. So I'm getting fucking shot at by Nazis. There's 5 cops out my door. I call her up, and she goes, go see what they want. I go outside, and they're about to murder me. She don't feel bad about any of this. She tried to burn my house down. She didn't say sorry. And then she started lying. Nuh-uh, I wasn't putting gas in the kerosene. I wasn't doing that. And then once I put the fire out, she lifts the thing up and reignites the fire. She reignites the fire. You're lying? I saw you. You tried to fucking do that. Her advice was for me to go get raped by 5 cops, and then she came and watched the raping. But she didn't learn 10 little words. She didn't sit next to me in solidarity. How could she suggest a thing? How could she be so cold-blooded and cold-hearted? The fuck is the matter with her? She don't have a heart. She don't have a soul. She don't have a mind. She's an ugly, mean, violent, cruel, evil piece of shit, and I'm traumatized by her evil. She should have been the first one to love me. Instead, she's going to be the last one if she ever does love. If she can. Good people, they're not even the fucking least. Not even in the fucking least. They never tried to be a good person. They never tried to be an ally. Never tried to be a friend or a comrade or a neighbor. And it's scary that I've actually held on for so long and they still just won't fucking budge. No, we're terrorists, child abusing, racist. Okay, then you stay in that camp, motherfucker. You didn't want to talk to me? You know what? You had nothing to say. You're just a child abusing racist. What the fuck could you have said? Encourage me? You couldn't encourage me. Give me support, solidarity. You don't give emotional support. You don't give encouraging support. Just loudmouth, fucking ugly pile of shit. Evil motherfuckers. Evil motherfuckers. I don't know how they could have done all this shit to me, and I am traumatized. And thank God for Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson, even though he's never talked to me, he's rooting for me. He's talking to me. He's rooting for me. And he says that when it comes to encouragement, it doesn't take much at all. So he cries because it's like people are dying in America because for a lack of encouraging. They're not giving a single encouraging word. And it's so easy to do. When you give an encouraging word to people, They're on cloud nine. It's so easy to do. So that's the tragedy of the thing. That's the tragedy of the thing. It's so easy to do. So why not give encouraging words to people? So many times I tried to make a connection. So many times. I'm hurt and I'm sad. There's a City Slickers. He's told his father to leave, and he said that was the best day of his life and the worst day of his life. That's exactly how I feel right now. I'm committed to never fucking talking to these pieces of shit forever. And since I'll never talk to them, now they're going to stalk me and hound me. When I told them that crimes were happening, they didn't understand it, or they're dumbass criminal motherfuckers. Michael Patton, that shouldn't have happened once, but it happened a million times as a child and happened a million times as an adult. Michael Patton, he shouldn't have hit me, but what he taught me was that my mother and father don't love me. Why don't you stand up for yourself? They couldn't say it. They couldn't say the encouraging word. They couldn't say it. They're abusers, and they just want to keep on abusing. So, hopefully this helps me out a bit, because I don't have a mother or father. I got two asshole motherfuckers trying to fuck me over, and they try to fuck me over every which way because they're a bunch of jealous, insecure fucks. When one gives me attention, then the other one is all stupid. When the other one gives me attention, it's the same shit. They're insecure fucks. Go over there and lick each other's assholes in that shack over there. You're not special for licking asshole, motherfucker. It's not something great. It's not a fucking fairy tale. It's not a fucking nothing. You're ugly and you're mean and you're stupid. And I wish you could stop hurting me, but I don't think I don't get that reassurance. It'd be nice to be reassured that I was loved. They can't even reassure me that they won't commit more crimes. They can't do it. They can't do it. So it's one thing that I thought that they were good. I just feel so stupid. I feel so betrayed. And I feel dumb. I feel like I've been sitting there loving people that just hate the shit out of me. I just love them so fucking goddamn fucking much, and they don't have an ounce or a fucking drop of love to give back. And I hope she goes back and then brags about how shitty she was, because if she's being shitty to me and not telling him about it, then why? It doesn't even make sense. It would make sense, man. He wanted me to love him and I didn't give a shit. He wanted me to learn 10 little words and I didn't do it. He wanted me to file charges against the criminals who committed crimes against me and I didn't do that. He wanted me to sit next to him in solidarity and I said, fuck you. You're just my son. You don't mean shit to me. And he would love it. But I don't even think she's doing that. I think she's an asshole to him, and so she thought she was going to be an asshole to his kids. She should have been the first one to love me. If you ever seen How to Start a Movement, the motherfuckers that were sitting right next to the dancers. You had this whole field, people watching some concert, but there was a lag, so everybody's just sitting around, and then one guy gets up and starts dancing, and then everybody dances at the end, except for the people that was right next to him. When the dancer got up, the people right next to him was like looking at him and scowling and grimacing, being a bunch of judgmental motherfuckers. And then eventually everybody's dancing, and then they angrily pick up their picnic stuff and they go somewhere else. Instead of being the first one to love me, they're going to be the last ones if they love me at all. And you know what? Maybe I should say thank you. That they didn't let their ugly philosophy get into my head. I could say fuck child abusers and fuck racists and fuck the dumbass bullshit. Because I know right from wrong. They taught me conscience. A lot of good stuff in Saint. What's that, Verona? American Constitution talks about justice. The Bible talks about justice. When I got hit by Kathy, they didn't say, let's get justice. When I told her, sorry doesn't help, she would have respected me for the rest of my life. She hurt me. I stood up for myself. I did exactly what I was supposed to do. She would have been nicer to me. But instead, the fucking Nazi child-abusing bitches, the anti-family, anti-brotherhood, lazy, fat, ugly, non-hygiene, non-washed and these Confederate Nazi child-abusing bitches didn't give a fuck. And they're dedicated to not giving a fuck. We don't have a heart or soul, and we're not going to get one. We got no heart, no soul, no mind. What are y'all doing? What the fuck are you doing? And if that's how she does him, it's got to be miserable. She's just a whore, so she goes around titillating all the men and make him jealous, and he's got to compete with everybody. I don't give a shit about any of that. Y'all lick each other's assholes. I need an adult in my life. I needed someone to give a fuck. A cousin, an uncle, an aunt, mother, father, grandmother, brother, sister, grandchild, somebody. Well, I did need it. And I probably still do need it, but I'm going to throw it off. Because it's killing me. Will you care? Will you give a damn? Will you care? Will you give a damn? Can you learn 10 little words? No! No, I won't learn 10 little words. You see that, Daddy? My son wanted me to learn 10 words so he could have an emotional connection and mental connection with me. But I'm just a loudmouth whore. I only suck assholes. I didn't learn 10 words at all, Daddy. I didn't love him for a second. Do you even love me? No! I don't love anybody but myself. So she sat next to Nick Vilela. Nick Vilela is a racist who committed crimes against me. When we subpoenaed him, he was being kind. Other people were kind of shitty. 2 other people were shitty. Most of them were okay, but that don't matter. I'm doing some business here. And we're subpoenaing him. And we don't like to be subpoenaed, but he was being friendly. He hadn't been friendly for a long time. And now she's saying, why don't you believe in God? She has got no respect for Nick Vilela. She's been sucking the dick of an atheist for 50 years. You think if Nick Vilela believed in God, all of a sudden she would respect him? No, she was talking down to him because you're just a stupid man. And it seemed like he was being kind to me, so she wanted to fuck that up. I remember I asked him I made a comment in court, like the DA was trying to kill me, and I looked at them, and they should have been, yep, that's absolutely right, yep, you're on ours, but they just stared at me like a bunch of judgmental motherfuckers. Bunch of stuck-up assholes. Why are you all here? Why are you here? That was your one moment to fucking show that you love me. But you stood there like bitches, you sat there next to a racist piece of shit that fucked your son over, and kept fucking your son over. And you didn't feel bad about it in the slightest. You stupid, ugly bitch. Both of them are bitches. And they're both restrained from me for the rest of my life. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to know them. Stay the fuck away from me. Stay the fuck away from me. If you're a Nazi child abusing bitch, if you ever laid your hand on me, if you ever attacked me, you don't talk to me ever again. You don't ever talk to me ever again. And it goes for the parents of Nazi child abusing bitches, but it goes for all you Confederate Nazi child abusing bitches. You stay away from me.